Hi friends, it's Fire Wally. I'm on my ride home from work right now. I'm in Minneapolis on the Midtown Greenway. Actually, I'm at the far eastern end of the Midtown Greenway where it hits West River Parkway and the Mississippi River. And actually that's why I'm making this video. So the Midtown Greenway Coalition, a nonprofit that helped build this bike trail and helps to run its operation, is doing a fundraiser to extend the Midtown Greenway over this bridge you see behind me, that rail bridge, and into St. Paul. And I think that's an excellent idea, and it deserves our support and hard work to make it happen. So I want to talk to you a little bit about why I love the Midtown Greenway. So, well, first, you might not know what that is. The Midtown Greenway is a multi-use pedestrian and bike path that cuts across South Minneapolis. It starts here at the Mississippi River, basically, and goes all the way, basically in a straight line across South Minneapolis, past the lakes and into St. Louis Park. And it offers a safe passage and comfortable infrastructure for bikes and pedestrians and runners and dog walkers and all sorts of people. In fact, that's really why I love the Greenway. It's got this very egalitarian feel to it. You see people like white-collar professionals biking to work. You see people on fancy multi-thousand-dollar racing bikes training. You see kids riding to school. You see people riding all sorts of jobs, or just out taking a run or walking their dog, or just having a fun bike ride. And you also see people of all ages, old, young, people with various disabilities all can enjoy the Greenway and get to where they're going and get some use out of it. And the other, I think, interesting part of why I want to make this video is I think the Greenway is a little bit of an invisible piece of our city. Not really my city, I live in St. Paul, but I use this wonderful piece of Minneapolis all the time. But if you're not, a lot of the Greenway is cut in a rail trench under, submerged under street surface level. So if you're driving on Cedar Avenue or Portland or even 35W, you'll drive right over it and might not even know it's there. But lots and lots of pedestrians and cyclists use it every day. I think one of the folks from the Midtown Greenway Coalition said that 5,000 people use this trail when the weather's nice. And of course today there's going to be a little bit less than that because it's this lovely winter day in April. But yeah, no, it's used by tons and tons of people. And so why should we put it into St. Paul? Why should we put it over that bridge? To me, the value in a bike trail is, it's in the trail itself, but it's also in what it connects to. And if you cross that bridge and just follow the rail path, you go right into the Prospect Park neighborhood in Minneapolis. A little bit further along the right of way for the rails gets you into the Midway neighborhood in St. Paul. And that's a whole bunch of shopping destinations right there, not to mention the Green Line, lots of apartments being built in that area. It connects to the east side of the river, obviously, so East River Road, and the bike lanes on Cleveland and Pryor. And if you kind of continue on the obvious path for it, you can hook into, there can be a spur trail that goes right to the new soccer stadium they're building out there. And it could even connect to a potential Ide Mill Road linear park that would kind of go from Midway south and east down towards the river in that direction. So lots of great connections, and I think it would be a massively important crossing for anyone who either lives in Longfellow and needs to get to St. Paul, or lives in St. Paul and needs to get to Minneapolis. There are other bike focused crossings over the river, like for instance. Franklin has a good bike lane, and the number 9 bridge across the U of M campus is an excellent safe crossing. But some of the other crossings, like 46th Street and the Lake and Marshall Bridge, you end up right next to traffic, and especially when it's snowed in, you can basically be pushed right into traffic, and it's sort of fine for experienced cyclists like me, but there's a whole lot of people who won't use that crossing. So we can encourage more people to bike and get out in the fresh air and out of their cars, which is good for people and good for everyone who has to drive, because there's fewer cars on the road, right? So it helps everybody. Anyway, we're doing a fundraising pitch right now. The Midtown Greenway Coalition's leading. They have a goal of raising $45,000 to do a study of the current state of this bridge and what it's going to take to make it safe for bikes and pedestrians and the train traffic that it carries now, and to start building up an organization to complete the next stage of the process. I've already donated because I think it's a great way to build a piece of infrastructure and something that's really valuable for our city for a long time. And I encourage you to do the same. I'll post the link, but it's youcaring.com/extendthegreenway. Hey, thanks. I'm gonna ride home now. Have a good day.